Hello my friends and welcome back, it's episode 76. It's time to grill our pet Xenos. I don't know how you pronounce this. I'm gonna just call her Utrafilet from now on. Why not? Okay. Stands out from her surroundings like a Genesian jungle tree in a garden of manicured topetry. Unsettling beauty and alluring otherness. Footfall is abuzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere. It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Cruderach in its celestial harbor. It happened many turns ago, or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home, or an entire world.
You know what's funny? It's as I was saying before, if you're playing 40k properly, Idira would be straight out the airlock, and Utrafilet would be a fillet by the end of the first time you meet her. But you're just going to miss out on so much plot if you don't take these characters.
We searched. We called out. We looked everywhere. But we saw only emptiness, and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about the terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them. Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me. Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Azurian? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries. You are talking about something you cannot comprehend, Elentark.
What are they?
Waystones are not mere trinkets worn by my people. They are something greater. From birth into the last breath, the Spirit Stone belongs only to its owner, serving as an ever-present reminder that we are mortal. For it is the first refuge of the mind and the last refuge of the soul, which Cylon Thresh is so eager to devour.
Okay, so they call Slaanesh Cylon Thresh, which is bizarre. I'm just going to say Slaanesh because for as long as I can remember it's been Slaaneshed. But here's the thing. Games Workshop have been doing this thing recently where they've been changing the names of things to make them more copyrightable. More unique, so more copyrightable, which is why orcs are no longer orcs. And Eldar are no longer Eldar, they're Eldari, and Imperial Guard are now the Astra Militarum or whatever, because those new names are more copyrightable than the originals.
The souls of the children of Asurion move into the stones after death, and then they become a part of the Infinity Circuit on a craft world, so they can serve their people even when the body is gone. There is no crime more despicable than harming a waystone and dooming the immortal soul of a child of Asurion to an eternity of torment in the maw of she who thirsts. We need waystones as desperately as darkness needs starlight, and monkey need air. And so we are bound to wander the galaxy in search of the old worlds that might give another craft world hope for existence. Each monkey's heart is one of your lives. Each waystone is the preserved soul of a child of Asurion.
Bum bum bum. What was your world like before it fell?
Cruderark cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung, encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly. Not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Cruderark's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water, there was no movement or renewal. And even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Cruderark would still be alive even now?
Maybe. How do your craft worlds even work?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the monkey?
Oh, she's not going to answer that one yet.
Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my... I am afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurion lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace.
So funny that, look, the tooltip here refers to it as Slaanesh. See, we've got 3 different names for the same character here.
Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithan. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Asuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. But I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own. Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
The Chaos Gods are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength. Why ask this question? As you wish, Elantark.
Oh, I have loads of other questions now.
What do you wish to talk about? The children of Asurian sought
Man, there's a
shelter
lot of
on
plot
the
here.
Lilithon after the demise of our craft world, our Kruderak. I arrived later, looking for traces of my kin and hoping to learn the fate of my world. They witnessed the baneful ignorance of your breed and began to weave a web of their own intrigues in which I played the role of Vistensa Viat's aide. And then you appeared. I followed my path. Do you know what a path is to the children of Asurian? It is more than a chosen, what do you call it, craft. The path is how each of us moves through the labyrinth of existence, inside and out, in life and in spirit. It is both a journey and a fortress. It protects us from she who thirsts. To stray from the path is to fall into her dark embrace. The first path I walked was the path of awakening. It granted me the ability not merely to look, but to see, and to take notice of what I saw. My second path could have been that of a warrior, but I chose differently. For the ability to see called me beyond the boundaries of my homeworld. Though not everyone was pleased by this decision, I stepped onto the path of the outcast. I gained the freedom to choose, to question, to doubt where the others merely bow before the wisdom of a Farseer who dictates the will of destiny. And I will follow my path until I reach its pinnacle.
Just elder things. If you don't know much about 40k, then this is obviously very good for you, since it's going to explain a lot of the stuff that we accumulated knowledge over 25 years of 40k.
It feels like I am in the belly of a bird with steel wings. Cold and unliving, but stubbornly blazing through the dark. It lacks life with its light and beauty, but although your vessel cannot even remotely be compared to a craft world, I feel strangely satisfied. We, the Asuriani, are born and dwell on craft worlds. To find myself on a moving world again, even one such as yours, is a source of much joy. The words of truth sound like music. This is what our people say. I refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin?
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thrash. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the Lilithon is stronger. This world will live. My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation, and perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Kruderak and the remaining survivors.
Why did you agree to join me? Is it not strange for an Eldari to be following a human? Good question.
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Elantark. Because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
Yeah, unfortunately, I nailed your kin to a wall earlier, so. Okay, still a lot of fluff there. I don't think anything too important. Suppose we can do a quick check-in with everyone else.
Greetings.
I have enjoyed your
Yeah, I don't think there's anything new.
To what do I owe this visit?
I'm bored of Utrophilet. Let's hand her over to the Inquisition. That's harsh. That's like a broken piece of pipe or something. Almost looked like a worm.
All right, let's... I'm sorry, Lord Captain. Of course.
Nothing. Right, let's go to Footfall and hand in that quest, shall we? Now that Yenas is fixed. Blomp. Enforcers report that your pet Aldari is a foul mood and is moving towards the captain's bridge. We didn't dare to stop her, but expect you'll have a difficult conversation ahead of you. Uh-oh. Now what do you want?
Please spare me a brief moment of your time, Elantak. Azurion knows that I do not care about the curious glances of Monkey. I grew inured to them back in the blossoming gardens of the Lilithon. They curse me from afar. They follow my every move. They ward themselves against me. Let them. After all, what can be done with such weak-minded, primitive creatures? And still, one monkey stunt has caused the cup of my patience to spill over. She dared to approach me, to speak to me, and touching my hand. She suggested that we withdraw somewhere private. She wanted... Morag. The mere memory of it stirs up a tempest in my soul.
Oh, this is great. This reminds me of a really bad episode of Voyager. I wouldn't mind going somewhere private with you either. Unspeakable heresy.
Try to imagine, Elantak, being lusted after by a wild beast. It is foul, disgusting, so vile that it makes your very soul shudder.
I've got to say it.
I have
so
given
funny.
you a chance by traveling with you, Elantak. If you were having other thoughts about me, cast them out of your mind.
I understand this was unpleasant for you, but it does not mean that all humans are animals.
No. Your kind, simple souls and narrow minds are the root of all these flaws. Narrow minds and simple souls. Every day, I feel as if I am caught in a trap, surrounded by a pack of wild animals. I am prepared to pay this price to find my kin, but everything has its limit.
I do not think you fully understand human thoughts and actions. It will take time, but I can help you make sense of them. Yes! Let's speak to her like she's a child, because, frankly, the Eldar deserve it sometimes.
I have walked the path of awakening, Elantark, and learned to see that which is hidden, and hear that which is unspoken. When I found myself on the Lilithon, I watched your kind long enough to understand the true nature of Monkey.
True nature of Monkey.
I do not think you can tell me anything I do not already know. Nevertheless, I will not protest. Conversations with you are the only thing on this ship that can ease my solitude.
You are, as Enos, a strange and unknown creature, and humans strive to understand the unknown, for the unknown is the most frightening thing of all.
Had any of them wished to understand my nature, they would have already run away in fear from one who walks the path of the outcast. But they are just trying to provoke me, hurt me. No. Monkey are driven by their instincts. To survive, to breed, to ensure the preservation of their species and the annihilation of those who threaten them. It is neither good nor bad. It simply is. It was emotions that once brought down my kind, Elantark, toppling us from our pedestal as rulers of the galaxy. Indulging your weaknesses or whims does not make your species any more attractive.
All humans are different. My people's interest in you is not intended to be an insult.
Elantark, please understand that I do not find Monkey attractive. The mere thought of being intimate with one of your kind. Our conversation has only proved my point, Elantark. That Monkey and the children of Azurian are as different as night and day. Eldari do not simply see the world differently. They see more than any monkey can ever comprehend. What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But will you be able to comprehend my answer? I will need time to put the entire truth of this world into the meager
I just got an
language
achievement.
to which your ears are accustomed.
You started a romance.
When I find my answer, I will pay you a visit.
The ultra heretical romance. I was just trying to bring her down a fucking peg. Oh man, that's ultra heresy romance. That might be the funniest one of all. The funny part is that the game gives you no hint at all, but the achievement gives it away. Oh, that's funny. I was going to avoid all the romance options because I don't know how bad they will get, and you know, this is going on YouTube. And YouTube is American, and for whatever reason, this is a funny thing. I love America, and I visit there regularly. I have many friends there, and I've been invited to many a Thanksgiving. When it comes to media content, it's always felt to me like in America, it doesn't matter how violent something is, it's okay. But, you know, if you show a boob, then it's an 18 rating. Whereas in the UK, it's sort of like a middle ground between America and Japan. And Japan is like the opposite. Japan is like, you can almost show, you know, sex on daytime TV, and they don't care. But if there's blood or violence, then it has to be on at night time, or it has a high certificate or whatever. Now the funny part is, between these two extremes, so you would think as a British person, I would agree with the British in that, you know, both of these things have to be weighed, and you know, a middle ground is good. But I actually agree more with the Japanese than I do the British or the Americans. I do think that the censorship of human relations is ridiculous, and I don't really get why it's seen as such a, you know, such a problematic thing. But the violent side of things, I feel like violence is very normalized in media, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. But anyway, YouTube, what I'm getting at is YouTube is an American company, so your game can be as violent as you like, and YouTube is not going to care. But the moment that a boob appears, then you're going to get demonetized. So it's you know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We exist within the confines of, you know, what is culturally acceptable in the US in many ways. We as YouTubers exist within that. So anyway, that's why none of my dirty humor makes it onto the onto my YouTube channel, unfortunately. Just my puns.
Always have a backup plan.
Just my puns, but not my filth. It's so funny because, you know, you can have Gears of War is incredibly violent. Gears of War Tactics, which is a great game actually, and I very much enjoyed it. And it's mega violent, but YouTube doesn't care. But if you show a boob on your YouTube channel, you're in trouble. Right up until the last moment, I did not believe that you would come to our aid without an ulterior moment. Your ascension makes me wonder if the crow's expanse is changing in the most unexpected way. Okay. That didn't change anything? No reputation? No reward for helping your sorry ass out? Wow, these boots grant the wearer 3% dodge until the end of combat for each psi power they use. That's crazy. Oh, no. That's the ones I'm currently wearing, which are crazy. Yeah, they're kind of whatever. I didn't bother reputationing this guy that much because I didn't have the necessary profit factor to get much of these items. $15 to 21 damage on the precise bolter. That might be a fantastic weapon for Argenta for her single target shots, because the heavy bolter's single target shot is pretty weak. It's 8 to 9, I think, or something silly like that. Let's sort these by type while I'm here. I think what I'll do is I'll just get rid of all my ranged and melee weaponry. Except one, just in case I bump into an event that requires them. Because I can just get them again. It's pretty easy to do. I don't have much. He won't take fuel, armor, or holy gifts. See if I can finally get rank 1 with this guy. Okay. I need rank 2 for the precise bolter. I got 6 mobile extractums now. Ship components, power mall, probably not that. Interesting. I got like 15 shotguns lying around. That seems really good, the stim. This is almost like a bolter. Heavy bolter. And that it's got a rate of fire of 8. 6 to 9 damage, recoil 5. It's in many ways better than the heavy bolter. I feel like there's not quite enough stuff for me to give to this guy without potentially just risking not having enough. Enough bits. So that would take me to 8,750 and I would need another 1,000. I'd basically have to hand over everything. I don't think it's worth it at this time, but
State your intention.
I do want that. That staff at the end. Right.
Proceed regardless of the presence of individuals in the red zone. Be vigilant and stand clear of the lines. Such as the Emperor may continue.
Didn't I? I can't remember.
Keep your wits about you.
Did I have any other like priest? Did I have something to do with that priest? Forgotten Twins, Tenebrous Aquedae, and Orthanius 9. Let's go and do these quests.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We have completed one planetary quest. Just out of interest. Okay. Nothing we can do there just yet. We got a long way to go. Your Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. Strange mutations have been spotted amongst the population in remote agri-complexes. What do we know about these wretches? Their mutations cause loss of skin pigment and shedding of hair. Eyes have started developing a nictating membrane similar to that of reptiles. Others succumb to progressive atrophy of the lacteates, causing the loss of human speech. These wretches are commonly ostracated due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet. They've become more commonplace as mutants' deformities become more obvious. Oh man, this sounds like a Tyranid infestation. As for their barbaric religion, they are defying both the soil and Janus, working in the agricultures as a form of worship. Saw your agents pick recordings, signs of these monkeyly behind their idols. I cannot deny apathic. Their extremely abstract connection to the symbols of my people, their guttural prayers echo the sounds of the children's speech. The probability of them having come into such close contact with our civilization is non-existent, and yet they are still somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed for their peculiarities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence in Themia. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Ratlings, Pariahs, Pelagaras, I've never heard of them, Felinids or Troths. Our library had many treatises on the generator's craft. Mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalogue. I am not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation into the genetic makeup of the forbidden strain. Heart of the Nameless. Item increases the Welder's Lore Xenos by 10. If the wearer is Iconocaust, it increases all skills by 10. Wow, that's awesome. The mutants were resettled to distant agri-complex where their unorthodox appearance will not put them in danger of being massacred by the serfs. They were put under surveillance. One of the watchmen reported a mysterious relic in the hands of a group of wretches that turned out to be an item of Xeno origin. It is unlikely the mutants understood the nature of the object they worshipped. Is Jay... She is also Iconocaust, isn't she? Well, I'll know straight away. Modifier plus 10. I'm pretty sure that modifier plus 10 is the Heart of the Nameless. $87, $97. Yep, so now she's even more of a skill monkey. In fact, I mean, it's frightening how much skill she's got now. I was going to give it to my main character because obviously I'm also Iconocaust, but despite the origin minus 30 penalty, she may even be the best lore warp character on my team. In my party, I should say. I just wish I'd given her heavy armor when I had the chance. Now it's gonna have to wait. Unless I reset her again. $179 commerce. Is there a point where a check is actually just too ridiculous? I don't think I'll be allowed to take fellowship. So I've already taken too much fellowship. Taking strength because I don't have a good athletics character on my party. Then again, I don't have a good lore warp character either. Alright, let's leave it for now, but she is definitely becoming a very powerful skill monkey, as we call them. Oops, did I just click visit instead of warp? Okay, I can build this and it doesn't seem to block anything. So just go ahead and do it. I need to find a source of mechanisms, but there is no source of mechanisms anywhere that I have seen. I also have no contracts that can swap swap X for mechanisms, so I just guess that's just something I can't do for now. What is going on? Oh, look who's back. You posed a question to me not long ago, and now I'm here to present you with my answer. Then listen closely to my answer. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said, being accustomed to reveling in your own might and skewing the world to suit yourself. Pitch your understanding not towards my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of their sounds. Try to split the world into pieces, fragment it into light and dark, truth and lies, self and other, but I see the world as a single whole, and in this lies simplicity and complexity. It is not enough to simply see the world and hear its voices, you must understand it. Think of Lilithan, a world in which our paths crossed. What is it truly? What is its essence? Lilithan's magnificence comes not only from the green of its vast forests, or the depths of its waters, or the beauty in the word, the way it dances on the tongue. Say the word slowly, delicately, casting aside all stray thoughts, feel, and perhaps you will see. Let's do what she says. Wow, this is a real description of saying a word here. Your tongue delicately tickles the roof of your mouth. The sound slips along your throat with incredible silkiness, warming as it goes like a sip of fresh recaf. Instead of the lifeless clamour of monstrous mechanisms, the roar of engines, and the discordant voices of your followers, I hear and attend to the silence. Monkey lives pass so swiftly, you rush through them for the sake of a chosen goal, but thoughts of transience and loss frighten you, and so you drive such thoughts away and drown yourselves in the daily tumult. It's from fleeting moments which we enter our lives and quickly vanish from them that the soul's fortress grows. And in you I see much more than another monkey. Your true essence lies in your will, which is capable of changing the world around you and within you. It lies in your ability to create and understand your creation, and in your ability to destroy. It lies in what your kin's minds cannot grasp, what their primitive sight cannot behold, but I can see it. You're paying me compliments now, so you are attracted to me. I am speaking the truth, however I ask you not to make the mistake typical of your kind. My words contain no insinuation or any call for you to act. Your soul shines brightly in this world. I see you and this will never change, that is all. And what do you make of it? How differently do you see the world now? Well... this is the dark path here. To the Eldari, at least. So we have, like... there's so many choices here, it actually just fills the whole screen. But I think it's the first one that you're supposed to pick here if you don't want to annoy her. I also see something... yeah, let's just go with it. And what does that mean? I find I'm especially drawn to imperfection and destruction. I see the suffering of those around me and it compels me to act. I see the uniqueness of every creature and everything and it pleases me. The world is full of random occurrences. I recognize this and surrender myself to the course of fate. Well, an Iconocourse character sees the suffering and it compels them to act. This best suits this character, I think. If you speak of our soul's ability to overcome hardship, and the experience of suffering does indeed become the symbol of our abiding strength and inner growth, it gives hope that we can overcome life's trials. Now we have each shared our truth about this world. I would like to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kin, or do you see me differently? I try not to think about you at all, and I order my crew to do the same. That's brutal. Do not worry, I'm not attracted to you in any sense of the world. You are beautiful and alluring. I like you. Your appeal is unusual. To me, you are a foreign yet beguiling world. I hope that one day I will come to know you, and on that day, my own world will become much deeper. I see you as an intelligent and highly dangerous being, an ally at present. This is way too corny. It's probably the thing that you should say, but I think I'll go with the first one. I accept your answer as long as you do not attempt to get under my skin or demand something else of me. I will go now. Guide your steel-winged bird. Oh yeah. $12 people for Promethium and chemicals. Right, okay. That's it for now. We're out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.